Hi everyone, Kim here, and thanks for joining the channel again. Today I'm going to speak you through my May budget using the shebudgets.com budget planner, stuffing my everyday cash envelopes, and also topping up our sinking funds. So if that interests you, stay tuned. Thanks. Let's first walk you through how it is I'm going to budget this month, because I normally do a budget by paycheck. And I've actually been doing that for a few years now, 4 or 5 years. It helped us buy our house, so that's great, it's worked. But I'm finding it a little bit frustrating when it comes to the money that I budget for bills. So every week now I've just divided the whole month bills into a weekly amount and saved that into a bill. And then when bills have been due, I've been rolling it back into our everyday account from the bill account. It's frustrating moving money in and out all the time. So what I decided to do is just keep that money in the bank and only weekly budget our cash envelopes and our sinking funds. But for the month as a whole, I'll budget the bills, leave it in the account, and that'll just come out as it's due, and we won't touch that account. So I hope that makes sense. But yeah, let me walk you through how it is I plan to use the budget planner from She Budgets. So shebudgets.com is an Australian planner, which is really good to support local. Try to do that as often as I can. And I love this planner, but sometimes I wish I bought the smaller one in the, I think it's an A5 wide, because I find it's a little bit too bulky. But I will admit, I miss my Erin Condren. I used to plan quite often in the Erin Condren Monthly and support Australian sticker makers, which I love. Mum and Me handmade designs, and I recently found a new one on Etsy, which is also great. So yeah, I'm thinking about either going back to an Erin Condren or finding A5 inserts for a ring planner, because I like how flat they are. They don't have that, bulk on the corner of the spine of the book like this. So, but this is a great planner and it works if you are very detailed. So I probably don't use it to its extent. Let me just run you through it. Now my dog's going to start growling. Typical. So we use the monthly calendar. It comes undated. As you can see, I've dated it. And I always put all our bills in there. I actually just got to write my niece's birthday. I'm going to move that over a little bit, just so I can write Isabella's birthday. I think she's 17. So that's exciting. Love Isabella to death, so I have to remember to buy her something. So yeah, normally write in all our monthly bills. I don't put in our mortgage and my son's car because that comes out every Friday, and I know that. I haven't wrote in the totals. I normally do write in the totals, and I will do that after this video, but I won't do it today on video because it takes quite some time. But yeah, if you're new to budgeting, I'd recommend that you go through your previous month's statements. Sorry, my pups have decided to play. It's always when I record. Go through your previous bank statements. Look at what transactions you're paying monthly and weekly, whatever term you pay those items, and record them so that you know how much it is you need to budget. There's no sense in guessing. We all need to be ensuring that we're paying attention to where our money is for us to have the best result with the money that we're given. So yes, the calendar, and then we go into paycheck 1, paycheck 2, 3, 4, and she gives you 5 for every month for those who have more pays. Now we're paid weekly, and normally I would use those weekly, but as I said, I'm a little bit over moving money in and out of an account, and I'm just going to leave the one account with all my bill money in there and only withdraw the money that we spend for variables like groceries, and also the money we save for like car registrations and car services. I hope that makes sense. So anyway, in a moment, I'll run you through our paycheck. But she also has a notes section. I haven't used that yet. Sometimes I'll use it. I'll scribble calculations or scribble rough budgets. So it's pretty handy to have that notes section. She's done well there. An expense tracker. Now for this month, I plan, because I'm only budgeting for the 1 month, I'm planning to check back in with you guys every week on what it is I'm spending in my variable cash envelopes. So groceries, miscellaneous, eating out. So I'm going to track that on each page per week. Should be plenty of room because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 expense trackers. Oh, 7, 8. So you've got plenty if you want to track everything. So in my bank account, as I said, I just am planning to go forward just using the account for bills. So we shouldn't have to track that for anything other than an occasional thing we might buy. But hopefully we don't. So sinking fund log, I've decided not to use that because I don't really spend out of them enough to use it. So all I am going to do, but the sinking fund log, if you've got sinking funds that you withdraw out of a lot more often, what you can do is like write in your dates of your sinking fund. I always start with the initial amount that we've started with, or if that's 0, you just write 0, write in your sinking fund and description. So if you spent for Isabella's birthday, you'd write Isabella's birthday and the balance. How I normally would do a sinking fund log is to also have a positive and minus, but sinking fund log must be just the amounts that we're spending when it comes to this book. But I don't use sinking fund logs currently anyway. I always change. So budget overviews. Molly's having a great time. We had a 10-year-old dog and a Maltese Shih Tzu and a little, it's about 6 months now. We've got I never can remember the proper name. I always call her a sausage dog cross Chihuahua Jack Russell. So she's little as well, and they love playing every time I bring out the camera to record. Anyway, budget overview, May results. I previously haven't been using, but I'm going to because I'd like to see how much, like my groceries fluctuate, my fuel usage fluctuates, and keep results of that. So then I can readjust my budget whenever I need to. Daisy May. Stop it, Bubba. Okay, so here's the sinking funds that I do plan to use. So currently in our sinking funds, our beginning balance. And I'll run you through this more when we get to stuffing the sinking funds. So what I've gone through all the sinking funds at the end of April, last day of April, check the balances that are in there, which totals $15.80, and then I'll be adding to it throughout the month. Now, I will not write in today how much I add because it's the weekly amount that I'm adding. So when it comes to the end of the month, I'll write in what I've added. If I've spent anything, might spend like out of your celebrations, and then do your total balance at the end. I hope that's making sense to everybody. And the savings and debt overview. Savings is, the current savings we have is for renovations. So I also am not tracking that. The reason being is we can get renovations right up to $30,000 or $50,000 and then spend a lot and bring it back down quite easily because we're doing a lot of work ourselves, so we spend often. We're currently re-weatherboarding our home, so all new weatherboards. My husband works in the timber industry, so we're putting all new weatherboards on our home. And, you know, even just tools and that can be expensive. So rather than keeping track of that, I've got a separate account which shows how much we spend on the house overall. And then the debt category, I have a brand new Honda. I just bought that last August, a Honda HR-V, which I love. Anyone wants a Honda HR-V, go look at them. They're beautiful. Great car to drive. Great on fuel too. BMW is my son's older BMW that he has, and I've decided to take over payments. As I've discussed before in previous videos, my son's gone to study, so I'd like to help him while I can. And our mortgage. So at the end of the month, I plan to write down what we've paid and what our balance is for the month, and then we can keep up to date on what balances we want. Now, if you were focused on your debt first, that would be a great way to, you know, encourage you to pay more, and seeing this balance completely drop, you know, quickly, encourage you to keep throwing money at it. Our first priority is our home, and the reason being is my husband and I plan to retire in the next probably 10 years. My husband's a bit older than me, so I'm going to retire with him. And then we need our house to be fully renovated, completely paid off before we focus on like a Honda. Our Honda being completely paid. So do what's best for you. Some people are focusing on debt first, and it's a great way. We did that before we bought the house, got rid of all our debt, saved 50,000, went and bought a house. So it's a great way to start. Anyway, enough talking. I'm going to get into the budget. I'll just quickly write down how much these bills are. So that's 95. I wasn't going to, but I've got the information right near me. I think that's $17.99. I don't know why I'm paying for Canva at the moment. I'm not really clever, but I'm trying to learn to be. I want to make my own cash envelopes. Because yeah, it looks interesting. $82.21 for insurance. UE again in insurance. It's $52.99. Let me move it over. $52.99. Kim's Mobile. $30 every month. I just top up with 30. A Honda $679.17. Paul's Mobile is $30. Hollard Insurance has just gone up, I believe, to $200.69. YouTube is $30 and Netflix is $23. As I said, mortgage every Friday, car every Friday. But I'm going to enter it into our budget sheet as a monthly total because I want all the bills and fixed expenses to be written as a monthly total. So let's go pay period. So May, just so I'm aware that I've now changed it to a monthly pay. So the income, so all we have so far, as I've stated in the last few videos, I've actually lost my job. Do have an interview today in about 3 hours, so fingers crossed that all goes well and I get that job. But I'd rather just budget with what we know we're getting rather than predicting any more income. So for May, it's just my husband's salary, 2023. And he'll be paid 4 times. So salary times 4. So you'll get a total of bring home money of $6,021. That won't change because Paul's on salary, and no matter what happens, that's the money you bring home. Unbudgeted, I'll put in $0, as you never know, might make more money there. So let's go into the bills. So I've wrote it down on the side as per date. So Ergon, and it's due the 14th. And we've budgeted $200. I did just receive that the other day and I know it's under, so that's a great start. UE insurance, I'm not sure which one this is for. I think it's for one of them's car insurance, one of them's contents insurance. So the 14th, and that's budget of $95. And then we've got Canva. Really envious of all those really creative girls that are great with Canva and designing stickers and designing envelopes. Looks like a lot of fun, but hopefully I'll catch on to it shortly and start doing them that myself. So Amy, because I find sometimes the budget inserts, especially in Australia, the budget inserts for A5 rings seem to be written by people who don't budget because they don't have enough columns or they don't have enough information or categorize it separately. I'm like, this don't seem to work. Whether it's just my brain doesn't work their way, but yeah, I'm finding it really hard to get really good budget inserts. So I'd like to design my own if I could. So $82.21 with Amy Insurance. That's my son's BMW, I'm pretty sure. With UE Insurance, again, for $52.99, and that is due on the 24th. And then we're going across to a Honda. So the Honda repayments, which I have with IMB Bank, but I always put it as Honda, so I know what payment that is. So the 25th, $679.17. And then again, my mobile, K's mobile. It's on the 25th. And that will be $30. We're prepaid. iPhone, if I want an iPhone, I just buy them outright. I hate to go on plans. There's so many people have been charging incorrectly over the years. My sister had a big issue with it. So yeah, I won't go on to a plan. So Hollard Insurance is our house insurance. And as I said, that's just gone up. I think it's $30 a month it's gone up. So I plan to probably next year to pay insurances for the year, because gosh, there's a lot of payments that come out. 1, 2, 3, 4 insurances a month come out, so it's a lot. And if you just do that as a bulk once a year, that'd be much better. Also on the 28th is my husband's mobile, so Paul's mobile, and he's $30 as well. Netflix on the 30th. And that's $23. And YouTube Premium. I'm having a really hard time writing, so my writing's not neat because I write at an angle. I'm trying to keep it straight for everybody to see on YouTube a bit easier without having to twist their head. So $30 for the month. So next one is mortgage. Now, whilst that gets withdrawn weekly from our bank account, I'm still adding it up for the 4 payments. So we get 4 payments in Friday because we get paid on a Friday. So 4 payments in May. If you're paid Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, there'd be 5 payments this month. But we get 4 payments. So I'm just going to write W there for weekly. And for the whole month's total, it's $1,240. So 4 times 310 is 1,240. And my son's BMW, it's $55 weekly. So I put W there for weekly, which is a total of $220 for the month. Now I've gone and calculated that separately. So $6,021 is what we expect in income. And the total fixed expenses are, where did I write that? $2,901.05. I'll just add 5 cents in there because there'll be 5 cents in our budget. So you minus that, you take that salary, $6,020, let me turn it on first, $6,021.05, and you minus the $2,901.05. Leaves me a balance of $3,120. So whilst that's the total for the month, as I stated before, I'm actually going to do all my cash still as a weekly amount because I have enough money in the bank for all these expenses to come out. But yeah, I still like to manage my money weekly when it comes to cash. Otherwise, I'll spend it all at the beginning of the month and have no grocery monies at the end. So $3,120, and I'm going to divide that by 4, and that equals $780 a week. So $780, I'm going to split between the variable and the sinking funds. And currently, while I have no job, I will not be doing any savings. So, well, not big savings. I'll save for the sinking funds. And if I have any money left over, I'll roll that over. But let's go ahead and have a look where we're going to put these today. So for our cash envelopes, actually let's do sinking funds first. So sinking funds, I have land rates. Land rates, and we put in there, we do save every week $70 for the land rates. Christmas, I love Christmas and I save a bit for it, considering we have no little children anymore. We do have grandchildren though. My husband has grandchildren, so I love like grandchildren as well. So celebrations, I'm going to write celebrate rather than birthday because it's for Mother's Day, for Valentine's Day, so it's not just birthday. So $20 for that one. Car registration, we've got 2 cars that we register. That's mine and my husband's. Let me just scribble that out. It's gonna, I had to buy a pen that I can erase because it just make too many errors. So car registration, and that is $60. And then car service, $20. So 20, 80, 100, 220. So that totals $220. So you take the 780 that's left over for these envelopes, minus the 220, you've got 560 left. Let me just count that I got the 780, which I didn't. I just want to let you know, 780 I did not get. I withdrew 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 50, 67. I withdrew 670, not ordered, withdrew $670 from the ATM because I already spent 110 online because I've got that 40% off with HelloFresh. So I've bought HelloFresh for the week, which I do love HelloFresh. If you haven't tried that, leave me a comment and I'll try and give you I'll email you a code so you can get a discount on the HelloFresh. It is really worth it. I think it's actually cheaper for us to do HelloFresh than go through Woolworths at the moment. So yep, 220, so 780 minus the 220 left us with 560. As I said, we already took the 110 out for groceries, but I'll still write it in here. Groceries, we have budgeted 250. That's including the 110 for that we've already paid for online with our HelloFresh. Fuel, we're budgeting $50. Gosh, the dogs are having the time of their life today. I'm happy if they're happy. I hope it's not annoying you guys. So pets, $20. Eating out, I put it $40. Hopefully we stay under that. Miscellaneous, $30. And Lotto, $20. Now I normally pay that online as well, the Lotto, but I didn't this week. So what I've done is withdrawn the money and I'll just go in store and hopefully that'll bring me a bit of luck and I'll purchase it there. But let's add up the totals. And my husband's money, 100, and my money, 50. So 780, we're going to say we said 580, and then if we go back down to the cash envelopes, we should have 480 because we're 470 because we've already spent that. But anyway, let's go ahead and fill these envelopes. Take that out. So banking's actually been the money that I've not spent out of my own spendings. I'm trying to save some money to go towards my son's NIDA fees. So whilst he can get some fees paid on loan from the government, he cannot, is still about $1,000 a term short. So I think it's about $20,000 for the year to study. So I'm trying to get him the $1,000 for that. So 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 10, 20, 530. So that's my cash that I'm saving for my son. So I'm just going to put that to the side. So I top mine out. These are all the sinking funds. So Christmas, let's just, so 780, and I'm minus the 110, so 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. So that's 670. Let's just move this over. $5, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40. So 640, 10, 20, 670. So a bit all over the place, but you know, as I get used to it, I'll work it all out. So Christmas we currently have and sinking funds. So sinking funds I use as a I save a little bit each week for a bigger goal. So obviously Christmas is quite expensive every year. So I'm trying to save $50 a week, currently doing well. So 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 5800 I have currently. And another 50 will make it 850. So put that to the side. Land rates. Let's find land rates from here. I just got it in a household envelope. I'm going to get some new envelopes. So these envelopes are from Cash Queen Australia. She does some beautiful stuff, and I've had these for ages. I think even more than a year. So they've held up well. They're scratched a bit. I don't take care of them. I don't wipe them down like a million other people do, which I really should. But yeah, it shows you how good quality they are. None of them are ripped. None of them cracked open. Good quality. So if you want to go to Cash Queen Australia, you buy them on Etsy. Cash Queens Australia, and she has a lot. So I think this is a Disney font from memory. Anyway, so in my land rates, I've got 51, 20, 40. I'm going to add another 50, 70. So 51, 50, 70, 90, 210. So 210 is saved for the land rates. I've only just recently paid those. Our area, we pay them every 4 months. So birthdays or celebrations, I have $20. And I'm going to put in another $20. So that will give us $40. Car registration. Currently have 51, 52, 53. I did swap over a lot of notes. Instead of going into the bank and getting them, I just swapped them over from my cash envelope. So 51, 52, 53, and then another 60 for that one. That's our car rego. And the last one is our car service, of which we have 51, 52, 53, 20, and another 20. Makes it 340. So I'm just going to put those back in to my sinking funds binder. I have ordered another binder. Yeah, lady accidentally forgot to send it to me, which is, it's human, guys. Like, don't give people bad ratings when they just make it an error. So yeah, she should be sending that out today. So I should get that next week. But still using the old one, and I'm happy to do that. Let's go over to our cash envelopes. So I've spent a lot. I've also put a lot in our coin jar. So currently I only have $20 left. And the reason being is I unexpectedly went out for lunch with my girlfriend yesterday. So I spent a bit of money there. Otherwise I would have had money left. But she was a little bit stressed, so it was great that we got to spend time together. I got 20s left, and I'm not going to roll it over because I know my dogs will be groomed soon. So I'm going to keep that 20 in there from pets and add to it. So groceries, envelope, 250, but we've spent 110. So that will give me 140 to put into the groceries left. So yeah, what I do with HelloFresh is only myself and my husband, but I buy it for a serve of 4 people, and then the leftovers my husband takes for lunch and I use for lunch. And then we've yeah, got our groceries for 5 days, and I just use porridge, have porridge for breakfast. So yeah, that's a really great way to do it. Keeps the costs down low. Take out $40. It's 20, 40. I'm hoping I got enough 20s. Doesn't look like I do. Might have to swap it over somewhere. Might just swap it over out of my banking. See if I've got enough. No, I don't. 10, 20, 30, don't. So let's go, actually, we've done groceries. Let's do fuel next. Fuel is 50. Go on in order of where my envelopes are on my book. Fuel's 50. Pets 20, so I'm going to add another 20 to the pets. Eating out I've got as 40. Might change that to 50 and miscellaneous to 20. So then I won't run out of notes, and also makes it a bit more realistic. So 20. So pets we go up to, so eating out, so takeout I've got written in here on this cash envelope is 50. Miscellaneous is 20. Lotto, as I stated, I normally buy online, so I haven't done that. So Lotto I'll put into my wallet. So that's $20 for Lotto. And then myself 50. So I'll put it into my banking. And I'll spend that. And then the other 100 is my husband's. So what I plan to do is come back, run you through our expense tracker. So I'm going to write down each day what we spent and what category we spend it at. The reason I haven't been so particular on that previously is because if I've got money in my envelopes, I don't care generally where I spend it to, but I am trying to focus a little bit more. I'm noticing the costs are going through the roof. I want to make sure that I'm allocating enough money to each envelope. So I'm going to, at the end of the week, come back, probably Friday again, to track what we spent. I'm going to put in the descriptions, the dates. The description might be McDonald's from takeout, $5, and then our balance. So then I'll highlight as per category. So McDonald's might, takeout might be pink, groceries might be green, and then that will show you how to use these trackers a bit more in depth, and also show you how good or how bad I am with money. Hopefully it's good. We need to be extra good until, you know, all the time, but while I have no income, definitely extra good. But I do know that I won't spend anything that's in my account. So hope you have a great weekend. Thank you for joining me again. Any extra information you're after, please feel free to comment below. I'm happy to answer anything. If you have a budget A5 inserts that you love, that especially from Australia, I found one that I love from America, but an Australian designer, I would love to get that information off you and have a look and see if that would suit the way I budget as well. So anyway, have a great weekend, guys, and see you again on Friday. Bye.